Who's that? Can you say hi? Say we're gonna try to film this video, huh? Say look at my big scratch I got yesterday. Violet picked out her own bow today. You look so pretty.
Bow.
You picked out your own bow. Oh no. June, come here, show me your bow you picked out. See? Oh, look. See? That's you. Oh, say hi. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, good, there. Violet's waving. Okay, all right. There we go. No, 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 don't touch. Don't touch. This is why I don't film with you guys anymore. Well, hi guys, it's Kendra. Today I'm here to do an update for you on the girls. They are almost a year and a half. They are 17 months currently. They'll be a year and a half on the 16th next month. So I figured it's pretty much they're a year and a half old, and I haven't done one of these in a really long time, so I apologize for that. What? You want to sit in my lap? You want to sit here? I'm going to hold you. We have entered the tantrum, dramatic, cry about nothing. She's looking in the viewfinder. Look in here. Look in this part. Look right there. Look in the circle. The circle. That's a circle. Violet has a gigantic cut on her face. She fell in my parents' garden yesterday. She fell in like the wood thing that keeps it all, you know, like a, whatever they're called.
Circle.
That's a circle, yes. And then June fell on her forehead this morning running full speed. Yeah, don't touch it, okay? Yeah, don't touch it. Circle, yes. Circle. Circle. They also love to repeat themselves a million times until you look at them and say, circle. Until you say it. She's giving you guys a kiss, but you can't see it because she's kissing the screen. That is so nice. Oh, kiss her right here. Oh, that's so nice. What? Don't touch. Don't touch. Okay, don't touch. Oh my god, how are we gonna film? Okay, don't touch. Yes, that's a circle. Okay. I'm gonna start this right now, see if I can get some of it filmed, and then I'll probably end up filming once they go down for their nap. But what I meant to say at the beginning was I want to update you guys on what life has been like lately. I have done a few blog posts. I think 15 months and 17 months I did a post. So if you guys don't follow my blog, it's withkendra.com, and I update that more regularly as far as our schedule. The girls have been waking up around 6:30 to 7. Lately it's been a little earlier, like closer to 6:30, but last month they were sleeping to 7 pretty much every morning. A couple of mornings they were sleeping to like 7:15. So that was really awesome. When they wake up, and they just kind of talk a little bit. When they wake up, we let them just chill until we can tell they're ready to get out of bed. They've been drinking these sippy cup bottles. They're by Nubby. I will link them down below for you guys. Again though, if you ever want to find like products that we've been using that I've talked about, maybe you don't know how to find them, I link all of that on my blog. I have a shop category, and so you can find everything, home, baby, fashion, it's all there. So we've been using those bottles. They come with 2 different nipples. So the first one that it comes with is like a typical bottle one. The second one is a sippy cup type. And it did take them a couple days to get used to it. I'm trying to think when I switched over to sippy cups, but I do remember researching when you should be switching over to sippy cups, and everybody was saying like, oh yeah, our baby switched at 8 months, and I'm like, yeah, our girls are like well over a year old, and I haven't even thought about that yet. What happened? What happened? What happened? say? I think the girls are about 13 months old when we switched over to sippy cups, somewhere around there. So they get 6 ounces of whole milk in the morning, about 6 ounces. I don't really measure that much anymore. I used to be very specific with like the exact amount of ounces they were getting, but now if they don't drink it all, I just save it for later. And then after they wake up, they play a little bit, and then I feed them breakfast, usually around 8. They love fruit. We do bananas, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, whatever we have on hand. They love pancakes. I get these gluten-free pancakes from Trader Joe's. They're in the frozen aisle, and they'll eat one of those each, or eggs and a little bit of cheese. That's usually what they eat for breakfast, or also yogurt, or I'll make a smoothie. Sometimes I'll do a smoothie for snack time. But I got these cups. They're by Contigo, and I found them at Target, and they're amazing. They're spill-proof, that you can turn them upside down and they don't spill, and it's a straw. Again, those are on my blog, but I'll link those for you guys to make it a little easier. And then they go down for their nap around 1 o'clock. Sometimes it's 12:30 if they're really tired, and I can just tell if they're rubbing their eyes or getting really cranky. And then they usually sleep for about 3 hours on average. Sometimes it's 2.5. Rarely has it ever been like 3.5, 4 hours. They have on occasion, and I just think it was from like a growth spurt and getting teeth and that type of thing. So it's a couple hours later, the girls are asleep, and now I can actually talk to you and focus. I'm gonna take a second and stop talking about our schedule really quick. I'll get back to that, but I wanna talk about this because it's just been on my mind a lot lately, and that is when I'm with the girls in public, not in public, when I take the girls somewhere and we're with friends or family, it is so hard to pay attention to anybody talking. I was realizing it because some people were visiting, and the whole time that they were there, I just felt so disconnected. And you know, because my mind is on the girls, and they're everywhere, and they're going 2 different ways, and you're worried that they are fed, that they're happy, that they are not getting into stuff, that they're not falling. Like, there's so many things to think about, and it makes it so hard to have a conversation with somebody else when that is happening. So I've just felt recently that I haven't been just present with other people when I'm with them. But my mom was saying it's just a phase, and it's just because they're little and they're really busy, and when they get a little older it won't be like that. But I don't know, it just made me feel like I felt bad, I felt guilty, I felt like, oh my gosh, like I'd have a conversation with somebody and like not even know what they said because I was so somewhere else mentally. So I don't know, did you guys feel that way? I don't know if it's just like a mom, like a new mom thing that you feel like you can't relax. Like, and that's the other thing, it's when I love hanging out with friends still, obviously, it's like very necessary, but when the girls are with us, it's so hard to like relax and enjoy myself because I'm just thinking about them the whole time and worried about them. And like I said, they're nonstop. So it's very, very hard to just like sit down. You don't just sit down and eat. Like whenever we go anywhere, I never eat. I don't eat anything. I'll get home to like holidays even, especially holidays. It seems like I'm focused on so many other things that by the time we get home, I'm like, I am starving. It's not anything that's gonna change anytime soon, I don't think. But that's why it's kind of hard when you're with friends who don't have kids because you don't know if they understand. Like I feel like sometimes they think I'm just being an awful friend or I don't care or whatever it is. So that is something that's been hard lately. So I just wanted to say that because I was just thinking about it. I didn't want to forget to mention that. But anyways, so back to our schedule. After the girls take their naps, so like right now they're napping, they went to bed at like 12:06. It was very, very early, but they were super cranky and they kind of woke up earlier today. But once they wake up for their nap, they get another bottle of 6 ounces of milk. And then after they drink their bottle, we do whatever, play, blah, blah, blah. And then we have dinner around, usually they eat between like 5 and 6. And then they go to sleep around 7:38. I try to keep them up till 7:30, and then it again just depends on how they are, what the day was like, how tired they are. And they go to sleep, oh, and they get a bottle right before they go to bed. Same thing, they fall asleep so fast. They've got to be just exhausted because if I were them running around like they do all the time, I would be exhausted too. I mean, let's be honest, I am exhausted by the end of the day. But yeah, that's what our days look like. They sleep really, really good still. They wake up every now and then at night. Usually I think it's either a nightmare or teething. I think, like, one time I thought it was a nightmare because Violet woke up and she just looked like scared, and the second I held her she stopped and went right back to sleep. So it's kind of weird. But a couple times they'll wake up and I just know it's teething because it's like a pain cry, and they'll be biting their fingers or biting the crib. And usually what I'll do is I have those little camellia drops, I think that's how you say it. I get those from Sprouts, Amazon, they have them a lot of places. And I usually give them one little vial of those drops, and that tends to help really quick. Same thing during the day. If I can tell they're in pain from their teeth, I'll give them one of those, and it helps pretty quickly. I also use those, they're like little mesh pouches. I have the silicone ones, and I put crushed ice in there, and when they bite on that, it really helps to numb their gums, and that helps as well with teething. They are very behind in getting their teeth, and that's how Andrew was when he was little. I don't think they got their first tooth till they were like 6 or 7 months, and now they have 4 up top, the 4, you know, the 4 in a row here, 4 here, and then June just got 2 molars down here. But Violet still haven't peeked through. They kind of are, like it's kind of white, but they haven't fully come through yet. And then I think their top ones are coming in, but I just can tell that they're like miserable a lot of the times from their teeth. It's pretty sad. And I read somewhere that kids are supposed to get all their teeth by the time they're at 2, and I'm like, good grief, we have a lot of tears in the next couple months because they are almost 1.5 and they have a lot more teeth to get in. They are just so cuddly right now. I feel like they're kind of like Sour Patch Kids. Maybe that's just kids in general, but they'll be so sweet and lovey-dovey and be giving me kisses and hugs, and then 5 minutes later I want to rip my hair out and they are going absolutely crazy, screaming, throwing tantrums, throwing their bodies on the ground. It's like, what happened to the really cute baby that you were 5 minutes ago? They are very, very dramatic. I always say, where the heck did you guys come from? Because I'm not a dramatic person, and even my mom said when I was little I was always very content, never really freaked out at anything, and they are very strong-willed. So it's definitely challenging at times. I have to take a lot of deep breaths, but Andrew's really good about it because he's like, just don't give in to them. A lot of the time when their freakouts are happening, it's for no reason, and it's usually because one of them stole the other one's toy or something dumb like that. You know, like they're pointing to the computer. They want the computer and they can't have the computer. And so it's like a complete fit because of that. So when they have meltdowns from that type of thing, I just don't give in to that. And I kind of just let them have their moment and they'll get over it. And then they forget why they were even crying in the first place. But yeah, they definitely know how to work you and they watch you to see how you react. Like, even if they fall, if it's not a big fall or anything, they'll kind of freeze and they'll look at you, and if you just kind of ignore it and you're like ha ha ha, they go about their day like nothing happened. But if you are like ah, then they start to cry. When we are around strangers, it's funny because you never really know what they're gonna do. They definitely get a little weary of strangers, and even if we're out in public, like on walks or at the store, and people are in their face like, oh my gosh, blah, blah, like talking to them, they get nervous and they kind of turn their head to the side and they don't really like that. But when we are like with friends or whatever, it just takes them some time to get comfortable and then they're fine. Because most days it's just me and them, and you know, it's quiet here at home, and so when we're anywhere that's not that, then it takes them a little bit to get used to. It is getting a little bit harder taking them out because they don't want to just be sitting in their strollers anymore. I felt like a couple months ago, like when they hit 1 year and maybe a couple months before they were a year old, it was way easier to take them places because they were very good in their stroller. But now the second they see something that they want to get out of their stroller, but I can't let both of them out of the stroller because they will run in opposite directions. So it's hard to go somewhere when it's just me. Like, I need an extra set of hands so we can, you know, both take care of one child. As far as them kind of getting along with each other, there were a couple months where I was a little nervous because they were not very nice to each other, but they've gotten a lot better recently. They can never be like 5 feet apart from each other. It's so crazy. They could be playing for hours and not even look at each other, but they're never apart. Like they'll go into one room, they'll be playing over in the corner, and they'll both follow each other to another area of the room. They'll both leave the room. They're in the kitchen together. They're in the living room together. But like they are two little bees and they follow each other everywhere. It's all day, every day. It is the coolest thing ever because you see this bond that they have. The other day we were at a friend's house and I don't know who I had. Let's just say I had June and my friend had Violet. And all of a sudden June looks around and she didn't see Violet and she's like, "Sis? Sissy?" And they can't handle not being close to each other. And so then she sees her and she goes, "Sis!" And especially for me, I just love it because I have 3 brothers, so I've never had that sister bond. And especially for them because they're identical twins. So they just have this really tight bond to each other. And it's so cool to be able to witness that and see that. And I feel like I get to now experience what it might have been like to have a sister through them. And it's a really neat thing. I always pictured myself having boys, but now it just all makes sense why I have 2 girls and even why I have twins. I don't know, I feel like everything in life has a purpose. And now I don't know, it's Andrew and I, every now and then we'll just like look at each other and be like, isn't it so cool that we have 2 of them? Little moments will happen and we just feel very fortunate and lucky that we have them. And we do want more kids. We want to have 4 kids. I mentioned it before. Originally I wanted 3 kids, but since they are the same age, I feel like timeline wise I can have another one now because, you know, they're gonna graduate high school at the same time, and I feel like just having one more and just one more pregnancy doesn't seem like that much. So now I want 4, and I also want 4 because I don't want if we just had one more, I feel like they might be a little left out because it would always be them and then their twin siblings. But I'm not really ready for that yet. I have enough going on right now, and now that everything's kind of falling into place and I feel like my life is a little bit more in order, I want to just enjoy that now and, you know, give my time to the girls because they're pretty entertaining and they keep me busy. So I just feel like it's just not really time yet. The nice thing is now though, I was realizing when we take them out places, you don't really need to bring toys because everything that's not a toy is a toy to them now. And they can eat a lot more things, so it's easier to feed them and things like that are a lot easier and they're not, you know, tripping and falling as much anymore. So I feel like certain things get easier as they get older and certain things get harder, like the freakouts. That has definitely been like the major thing happening recently, and it's kind of new. And I feel like it's not gonna end anytime soon because I posted something on Instagram and everybody was like, just wait till they're 3. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So I went to edit this video and I feel like I left out a ton of stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking. But as far as like size goes for the girls, they have grown so much. They're now in the 75th percentile in height and weight, and their head is still in like the 95th percentile. For clothing, I'm buying 2T now. Some of it is too big. I feel like so many of their clothes shrink anyway, so I might as well buy a little bit bigger, but they're pretty much size 18 to 24 months. And then a lot of the 2T stuff though fits after I wash it one time. And yeah, they just seem very long and tall to me now. They're really leaning out. Their feet are super wide. They get that from Andrew's family. They all have wide feet. And so sometimes their shoes are pretty tight on them. They have really big feet. And I have pretty big feet. I wear 8.5, 9, so I feel like that's kind of big for a girl. They are loving music right now. They love anything that has songs in it. Greatest Showman is now their favorite movie, which is awesome because we were listening to so many nursery rhymes, which we still do every now and then, but sometimes you need a break from that. And so we put on Greatest Showman one day and they could not stop watching it. So on the DVD, there's a bonus feature section that just plays the music. So that's what we do now. I mean, it plays like the scenes that have music. and they absolutely love it. They're watching it right now. But they'll request songs now. It's crazy how much they can say all of a sudden. I feel like they mimic everything that you say. You just go, say this, and they'll try to say it. And especially with like songs, they'll request, they say man, man. They go man, man, and they go, ah, like they want to sing it. They love Justin Bieber, so they'll say Bieber, Bieber, and we'll play that. They like Sam Hunt. It's just funny, they have like a couple songs that they really like singing to and dancing to. They still like Barney, we don't watch it that often. And there is this ABC show on YouTube that I found that they have learned so much from, so I will link that down below for you guys. It's crazy how they know what's coming next. So every now and then I'll throw that on if I need to cook or get something done. It's something that I know that they like and I know that they're learning a ton from. A lot of you guys have asked me what I do to teach them, how I get them to learn new words and whatnot. We read a lot of books, so we'll go into the playroom and we'll just read book after book after book. And something else that I do is whenever we're reading, I point to different things. So I read the book, but then I kind of go further and just, you know, point to the tree and the cat, and I'll say, where's the cat? Where's this? I ask them where everything is. When you're teaching them things, they're not going to pick it up right away, but you'll notice that like a week or a month later, they know that word. And so they're retaining all this information that you don't maybe think that they're learning at the time, but they are. And then all of a sudden it'll come out one day and you're like, how do they know that word? It's happened a couple times with different words that I didn't know that I had said, or animal noises or whatever it is. But I think just always be trying to teach them beyond what you think they are gonna learn, because they're soaking it all in. And I talk to them all day long. Like, they're probably sick of me. And especially when I watch back videos or like day in life videos and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I talk a lot. But I think that's helped with them learn so many words so quickly, is because it's never really quiet at our house. I'm always talking, I'm always pointing to things, asking what this is, or if I ever grab something, I say what it is. So I think just constantly talking to them is good. Hi. I'm trying to get them to stop taking these binkies because they're kind of getting obsessed with them. And I want them to, you know, be talking more.
Pee.
Oh, you want your peas.
Pee.
It is nice now because they can request stuff, like they ask for things. Like they say snack, they say certain foods that they want. When they're tired, they go night-night. And that is really nice, but they're not like to the point of saying sentences, so it can be frustrating for them when they're trying to say something they don't know what I'm saying. You know, more. Their genes are 18 to 24 months, and they're like really baggy. Should we do your animal noises?
Mommy.
Okay, ready? What does a kitty cat say?
Mom.
What does a doggy say? What does a duck say? What does a pig say? What does a car say? Honk honk. Beep beep. You say knock knock.
Mouse and everything.
They did? Knock knock. Let's see, what other animal? What does a monkey say? What does a mouse say? Squeaky, squeaky. Who's that? Kyla. You're so funny. June recently has been very clingy. She just wants to be held a lot. You got a bow. You want to wear it? Do you want to wear your bow? And Violet is very clingy to me in the mornings. It's weird. This is a watch. Watch. You want to put it on? It's kind of big. Oh, how do you, okay. But Violet in the morning, she only lets me give her a bottle. Oh, that's pretty. How about we put your bow on? Wow.
Mimi.
That's Mickey on my shirt. It's Mickey, see? Mickey. That is so nice. It's a clock, yes. Tick, tick, tick tock, tickety. They like that show, Tickety Talk. It's on Nick Jr. Tickety.
Baby. Tiki.
Tiki. There's your phone. You want to go get your phone over there? See it on the ground?
Oh.
Who is it?
Huh?
It's Daddy? So as far as like differences go between the two of them, it kind of switches every couple months, I feel like. June now is a little more reserved. Like when we're around other people, she gets a little more nervous, and Violet will just kind of run out and start saying hi to people, where June is kind of like, whoa, 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 not yet. You're a little more cautious sometimes now. And it used to be Violet who was more cautious. So I just feel like they're just constantly changing. Yeah, Minnie. And June now has to say every word she knows. So like the second she wakes up, she's like, Mama, Dada, Kyla, Sis. Sis.
Mom, Daddy.
What?
Daddy, Mom.
Whoa, what are you saying?
Bird.
Bird? What does a birdie say?
Tweety.
Tweet, tweet. Aww.
Bird.
There's a bird outside? Is there a tree? Tree? Their eyes are really green now. They're like a dark, dark green. And their hair is getting a little darker. I think they might get my hair. Where's your nose? Good. Where's your teeth? Yeah. Where are your eyes? Where are your eyes? Eyes.
See.
That's Sis, yes.
Ada.
Can you say pink?
Pink.
Can you say purple?
Purple.
Good. Can you say green?
Green.
I still am doing my yoga every morning, so I set my alarm for 5:40 and I roll out of bed and I do my yoga in my pajamas. And I still am using Yoga with Adrienne. She's on YouTube. I love her. And I just pick a random one that I want to do for the day. And usually I'll spend 20 to 30 minutes doing yoga. I will make coffee. I will make the girls bottles. So everything is just ready. Honestly, guys, ever since I started waking up earlier than the girls, it made such a huge difference in everything as far as how productive I was. I felt like my house started getting cleaner. I had more energy. I felt better about myself. And it's because before I was waking up to them crying. So when you're like woken up to that, you're automatically in this panic state, and then you have to go rush and get their bottles made, and you just feel like you're playing catch up from that point on. But now I have like an hour before they wake up to just have quiet time. I get my coffee ready. I have everything prepared for when they're up. So it's like we're ready for it. It's not like you're just thrown into it, and it really is the best. I still am running. I try to run 3 days a week. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 4, just depends on the week, what's going on. And then I'm pushing a stroller too, so I'm getting a pretty good arm workout because a lot of people have been asking what I do for my arms, and pushing the stroller I think has really helped with the toning of my arms, but also yoga helps with my arms as well. Whenever I do yoga, I always notice my arms look really toned and leaned out. And then when the girls are playing, I will just try to do random ab exercises and butt exercises. So I'll just like lay down and do things while we're playing in there. And I do want to start doing some more weight training. I have just 10-pound weights, they're nothing, but I'm going to try to do yoga every other day in the morning, and then the off days I'll do some like light weights. Do you guys want to see my stomach? I'll show you because I did an Instagram post on it, but I feel like I haven't really done a post on here. So I definitely have like my ab lines back. My belly button is still kind of weird, but let me like flex so you guys can see. So you can see I still have like skin. It's still loose, like, but whatever. But for the most part, I feel like I'm pretty happy with how it looks. So if you guys have any other particular questions that I didn't cover, just let me know in the comments and I will get back to you, or just send me a message on Instagram in the direct messages and I try to get back to all of those. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Always, you mean so much to me. I feel like I have this huge community of all of you moms. If you're not a mom, I still love you, but I feel like on Instagram I've been connecting with so many moms lately, and it's just really neat because it's a way to feel like you have people who understand even though you're at home by yourself all day long and you can go a little stir crazy. So thank you. I appreciate you guys so much, more than you know. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you very soon.